Yo, we're Dru Hill.
And right now you're watching Media Spotlight UK.
Media Spotlight UK.
Keep it locked.
Nadia Jae here for Media Spotlight UK, and I am chilling with none other than Dru Hill.
What's up?
Hey, I'm in the Dru. This is so exciting.
Right up in the middle.
I mean, literally, Tao, Sisqo, Jazz. I cannot begin to tell you what an honor it is to be sitting
and
here.
Nokio's here in spirit.
He's right here.
He's right. Okay, he's
The
Nokio's.
iPhone.
Okay,
Everybody
Nokio.
say Nokio.
he's up in here too. Guys, how are you?
Great.
Yeah. How was yesterday? You know, you performed.
Another sold out performance.
Mhm.
Man, it's just awesome to still be able to perform after being in the industry for so long, and people still come out, sing all the songs, and have a great time.
Absolutely. We're going to go into that because obviously I'm the biggest fan ever. 7 top 40 hits, R&B #1 singles. I kind of want to start from the beginning a little bit, and then we're going to talk about the newest member and how that all happened as well, just kind of bridging the gap for fans and people that might not know exactly what went down. But
For sure.
Let's talk about Tell Me, soundtrack to the Eddie film. Whoopi Goldberg. Do you know when I say stuff like this, you guys like, whoa, this is a good 20, 15 years ago even?
Yeah, we were
long
damn
time
near
ago.
15.
Yeah, exactly.
We came
So
out
was I, to be
like
fair.
that mustache I had on that video was
Oh,
drawn
it was a
on.
lot. It was.
It wasn't
No
real.
way.
And we can't see that. See, that's the thing. Like when people call us old school. First of all, us and like Beyonce
Are the
and
same age.
Usher, we all the same age.
Mhm,
But they only call us old school because our music was
Is of that
on the
genre.
mainstream back then. But we came like right out of high school in
Crazy.
those videos.
Which is where you guys met, and originally you was doing opera, wasn't you? You were studying in
I studied a lot of different art forms of music. Yep.
Mhm.
I studied a year at School for the Arts,
Mhm.
with the same school that Tupac and Jada Pinkett went to, and it's like the mega school of all schools.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I wound up going to the next best music school, which was Douglas, and that's where I met Nokio, and then I wound up meeting Sisqo and the rest of the group, and that's kind of how I came into the group.
So jumping around on Tell Me, everybody that I know was jumping to slow jams because of you guys. That dance was because you guys are from the US, so you might not know what it's like over the UK side of things. Like we were teenagers and everything. Dru Hill was we had these little technology folders and we'd have like dragons all over it and stuff. We were
That's what's up.
obsessed with you guys. Talk to me about, because you guys were known as the in-between of Boys to Men and Jodeci at the time. You weren't.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, you were. Just in case you didn't know,
We
you
were
were.
shooting
You were
for
kind of.
that.
Yeah, but there you go. But your group, the group, and listening to the album and stuff, you guys all took lead. It wasn't just Sisqo or just Nokio or just Jazz or just Woody at the time. It was
Correct.
everybody. Was that a conscious decision when you guys were doing the
Yeah.
album?
This is what we do. We were a group of we kind of like basically a group of solo artists that sing together. That's basically just been. I think it's just a mentality of growing up in the area that we're from. You kind of just gotta kind of stand on your own to gain any kind of respect, and that's who we always were. When we were under the old labels that we were under, a lot of times they pushed me to the forefront, but our fans could see right through that. People that bought the albums, like you said, or people that saw us live could see that it was a lot more than
Just
so much more to Dru Hill.
I
What
can't
the
even
eye
begin
can
to try and
see.
sing the other bit. So sad, man. I should have brushed up on my singing skills before I got here. I want to talk about your affiliation with Maya, because you guys you were co-writing and co-producing for her.
Yeah, I wrote Maya's
first 2 singles?
Maya and I wrote her first 2 singles together. We are all from the same around the same area. As the DMV with Genuine and Mario.
Just casually. Just over there. We've got
Who else?
Tupac, school with this
What's his
person.
name?
Ain't Tank from DC?
Wale.
Ain't Tank from DC. It's a couple. I can't think of everybody, but it's a couple celebrities from DC, Baltimore, the Maryland area. So Chris Brown is from Virginia.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. Martin
Trigger.
Lawrence.
Timberland.
Royalty.
Yeah.
I mean,
Timberland,
Yeah,
Missy.
Missy.
Yeah.
all from the same genre and the
DMV.
same era.
Yeah, the DMV.
Pharrell.
Yeah.
You guys are name drop. I'm just like, yeah. Okay, so let's get a bit closer now. So 1998,
Lil
you
Mo?
guys.
Okay, I'm
Lil
sorry.
Mo. No.
They keep popping up.
Oh, I love it. New music. Let's talk. You came back, of course, with How Deep Is Your Love? Another soundtrack again. You know, we could go on forever, but I want to talk about, you know, Dru World Order and the changeover and what was going on for you guys in particular at the time before Tao joined, because I know you guys did a competition and you did win. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And, you know, what was that like, kind of having to dismember, come back again? Of course, you had your solo. It must have been a lot. You're going to have to bridge the gap for me because there ain't no place on the internet that's going to tell me this.
It was a lot to contend with. Like I said earlier, we came out of high school into the music industry. I was like the youngest CEO in the industry when my solo album came out. And a lot of people don't know that all of my albums have been under my label.
Yeah, I did.
So I'm the boss. I don't have to answer to nobody. That's
and that's how we do.
And that's how we are now. But going through that transitional period, and then just the industry changing. You know, when we first got into the industry, the internet and the digital revolution was just budding. It was brand new. So you know, we kind of were coming. We were in the industry right when the digital revolution kind of hit. So a lot of the things that we had done actually influenced a lot of the artists that's out today.
Out now, of course.
But that transitional period, going from, you know, the traditional way that things had been done to the way that things are done now, was pretty much one of the biggest reasons why you didn't like really see us for a minute. You know, people were growing up. I mean, we were teenagers when we started, and we like grew into men. So, you know, different members felt like they wanted to do different things. And Woody was one of those, one of the people who decided he wanted to go in a different path with his life, and that was a rough, you know, patch for us, because the way that we had found out was kind of crazy in the middle of an interview.
John
Like
looks like he's literally reminiscing.
No, it was
literally.
like imagine like being in an interview right now and then tell like, you know what, I quit.
It's like, oh, okay, all right,
You know,
yeah.
Some of us try to keep a game face. You know, Noke had been drinking. They ended up fighting, and
I would too.
And then, you know, and next thing you know, we entered the controversy game, and that's just
Everyone's gotta
just comes with the territory.
But then, enter.
And then came Mr. Soprano.
Then came Mr. So this is quite an interesting story, because you guys held competition and you won your slot, and you are officially a Dru Hill member, and you know, everything's changed. The transition obviously worked. You guys are sitting here and we're excited about new music. So for you, how was it coming in? And you know, you obviously would have followed the band, you would know certain things, like you said, you're from the same, you know, everybody. What was it like for you? Did you feel like there was pressure coming into the band? Was you excited, mixed emotions?
No, it was a little bit of everything. It's just excitement. You know, I had been singing for a long time, just like we mentioned earlier. You know, we all came up from a church background. And, you know, I had been doing it for a long time. Well, to me, a long time, you know. And, you know, like I said, it was just mixed emotions, because it finally, you know, my dream finally came true. And it was with some guys that they didn't know. But, you know, when I was younger, when they first came out, I always said to myself, they just need that top note.
Oh, and then they got it.
Sisqo was holding it down.
Then they got it.
But I was like, if I could just join, you know, because, you know, it was the whole Jodeci feel. I felt like I was JoJo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right
So,
now.
you know, I was like,
Nice.
if I could just, you know, sing for them one day.
Wow.
You know, maybe.
What an amazing thing
And
to tell
that's the thing
yourself.
that's different about us. You know, when you know, if you don't know who Dru Hill is, and you know, you're a fan of like groups like us from the 90s, your 112s, your Jagged Edges, and us, the difference between, you know, the different groups and the different sounds is that we're all power singers.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no
Individually.
there's no falsetto notes in our harmony, and that's what
letting go of the, letting the
Please,
juice
jazz
out.
falsettos
I've heard.
notes sound like he belt.
Not in the harmony though.
You never know.
You don't know.
You
Because
never
I
know.
literally just realized that he was singing a falsetto note
Oh,
in
yes,
one of them
sir.
joints
Jazz is just
last
over
night.
here
He
holding
always throwing some
secrets.
falsetto in there.
As
Mike
long
is
as
the
it's
best
flowing, I'm good. You know what I mean? You know, if I can slide one in there real quick and they don't notice
What
it,
I
I'm
wouldn't
good.
give to be able to falsetto. You're just over here hiding.
Jazz swallowed a harmonica when he
Right, yeah, okay. It makes sense because your voice is literally like silk. It's ridiculous. Like when he opens his mouth, it's like, oh,
Jazz has what's called a pure falsetto.
Yes,
It's
do.
very, very beautiful.
But like I said, that's what our harmony is. That we're like all power singers.
Okay, I
And
realized that they needed you.
I
That's
didn't say they
crazy to
needed
think.
me. I felt like I should have been a part. I was like, I couldn't see myself singing with nobody else.
Okay.
rims on the Bugatti.
Okay. All right. That is such a good. Thank you. I like it, but we
I'll
all
be
like
that.
a.
Thank you.
Now we're going to talk about fifth album, The Second Coming. I want to hear about the new sound
I
because
like that.
because
The second coming.
the second coming.
That's kind of
because
dope.
because the thing is that as like you said, we've all grown up listening to you and we know your sound. It's very it's just like when you hear something from Pharrell, you hear something from Timbaland. It's
Distinct.
it's so distinctive, your sound. So how do you then go from being so successful back then to now keeping those fans and then embracing new ones? What can we expect from you guys now, sound wise?
Well, it's all about timing, I believe, and I think it's a great time because we've had an opportunity to kind of get out there and just sing live over the years, just sold out shows thanks to you guys, and all of our fans know who Tao is now.
Absolutely.
So now everybody's anticipating a new album. And so the new Dru Hill album, we're literally I just finished my solo album. I think Tao got a couple more.
You're
Working
singing,
on
right?
an EP
Uh-huh.
right now.
That's
I
right.
I don't have no titles and nothing. I'm
No, not
taking
yet.
my time because I wanted to be right.
And
Jazz?
Jazz and Nokio as well. So basically, once they finished, once each individual member is done with their solo projects, we're gonna go into the studio and we're shooting for 2016, which will be our 20th anniversary.
Oh my
And so
gosh.
you see how it all falls into
Wow.
place, like. It's a perfect storm, if you will.
I've got 3 random questions before I wrap it up. So I'm going to ask you guys all one thing. So, Jazz, what superhero did you want to be as a child? Give it to me.
I told
The
you, keep
superhero
coming
thing
around.
just always coming around.
Bro,
love
this is
it.
the
I
second
love it.
time. How many times have you been asked?
No,
this
not the
question?
second time. We get the superhero affiliation a lot,
yeah.
which is
Ah,
freaking
that's
awesome.
so
I'm like,
weird.
And it's funny because but we talk about it all the time though. That's the crazy thing.
Okay.
I literally didn't wear my Superman hat because I felt like I was
You should've
influencing.
just doing it. You should've-
Yeah, but you know
Well,
what,
I guess
think-
that's one superhero
Yeah,
gone.
that's one already
Oh,
done.
that was
That wasn't my
mine
pick.
anyway.
That wasn't my
Way to
pick.
plug.
Sisqo ain't no superhero. He's
I was
putting-
gonna wear my
Right now.
Superman drawers this morning, but I said nah.
Hey, look.
Oh my God, it's probably the most fun I've had in an interview, Jazz is though.
Nah. My, a lot of my personality traits is real similar to the Hawk anyway.
Oh, snap. This is
So
why you
it's
guys
the,
are creasing up. Okay. All right. So you're Hulk. Okay. Okay, right. So I'm going to ask Sisqo, weirdest thing a fan has ever done or said to you?
When that time I walked into my room
This one time.
and I was like, kind of get myself together, and somebody came out of the closet
Oh, my God.
and jumped the brother. So after that, we
Literally.
would just send like the security like into the room first to kind of check out the room.
Okay, just make sure there's no guns,
yeah,
bombs.
that was
That was interesting.
that was
Look at your
kinda-
smile. Oh my God.
no, because I was
So
thinking
after
about
she
it.
left,
Yo, could you imagine?
the security from that point on.
From that point,
After that
time,
after that situation.
After you realised it was safe, then the security came in. Oh, thank you. Sisqo.
We
Thank you
say
for
we
sharing
can't
that
do
with us.
No more. Just
Okay.
once in a lifetime.
So one for you.
Once
This
in
is
a
quite an
lifetime.
easy question. The last person you called or text. Oh, getting the truth now. I'm looking, so.
I mean, you gonna get the truth. I might read the second.
Oh.
My homeboy Juice.
Okay, Juice.
One of
Juice Boy
Juice.
Fresh.
Juice Boy Fresh from California, one of the dopest dancers I know
Nice.
outside of this
Yeah.
man and everybody on our squad, man.
Okay.
That's my homie. So
Shouts out to
when we
Juice.
come out, you know what I'm saying, we always roll together and have a good time. We don't sit in the room. We go out and
Explore the
some
whole
adventure, you know what I'm
thing
saying?
on town.
So Juice is
So
the guy.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, social
They do. We
Just
live
my homeboy.
vicariously through those two.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, it's been absolutely amazing. We've laughed and we've heard some stuff.
And please look out for my new single, A-List.
A-list,
I wanted to
baby.
find out exactly where we can find you guys anyway. Twitter, what?
Oh, the Drew Hill app.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
no, they didn't.
Oh,
A
that's
Dru
Right
Hill app.
there.
Oh yeah, you know that.
You got a smartphone, go to the App Store, type in DRUHILL, and we have an app. You can find out everything
That's
about
amazing.
us as individuals and as a group.
And it's a VIP program for all our fans. So like when we do shows, they get all of the access to like take pictures after the shows. They get to cut in the line. You get discounts on like 300 retailers all around.
Better get that
You get
app.
champagne.
You get to, like you said, you get to find out.
Phone.
You get it's a lot of things. Like
It's
we
a
might
whole
give,
game.
we might come to the studio and do a studio session with, some of the
That's
artists. Anything. We just make up stuff as we go along.
We might call you
We'll
up
call
on the
you
phone and be
up
like,
on the
what you
phone.
doing?
No,
That's
right.
it.
Imagine.
Phone calls, anything,
Imagine.
But
Dru
you
Hill.
gotta join.
You gotta
for
join the
$99
VIP.
a year.
Okay.
know what
VIP
I'm saying?
fan program, the
Okay.
program for you. And
you.
So when you see it, just know that once
Okay.
again, Dru Hill,
Dru Hill.
pioneered yet another.
Yeah, something new. I
Because
ain't
it's
never
about to
heard that
be
before.
it's about to be the thing. Trust.
Right. Before we go, I'm on Instagram. That's the only thing I got, y'all. That's the only thing I got. So come holler at your boy,
That's funny.
Tao Soprano. TaoSoprano.
No
Holla at your
underscores.
boy. No underscore.
Okay,
Just how you.
straight.
Just straight up.
I love
I'm
it.
just Sisqo on Instagram.
So I'll take a selfie of you and then at you.
You better.
Perfect. Let's do
You
this.
might want to follow.
I'm SISQO, just Sisqo.
Just Sisqo.
Instagram.
And Jazz.
I'm Jazz Dru Hill. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's just simple.
Jazz Dru Hill.
Dru Hill here. Me just Spotlight UK. Me Nadia Jae. See ya.
Listen, baby, tell me anything is possible. Anytime you want a girl, let me know. I won't ask why, just let it flow. Do your thing, baby.